Okay, so I haven't done a video for a while, but I'm going to do some more work on this barrel, this drum, getting it done. Working on the rim here. Got it pretty much leveled, flattened out across the top. It's one thing I'm going to point out that I don't think I put on a video is that I did go around inside the rim here and put a strip layer of fiberglass all the way around the inside edge there, just to give some more support to that edge, that lip there. But I want to see what some of the issues are with these barrels when we're starting to make this rim that we can put a skin on. Is that all these staves are not all the same thickness all around, so it's pretty uneven. And what we'd really like for this is to be a nice circle on this that the skin sits on, not all this different. We also need to shape it. You want to curve it, curve the edge down. People always say it's kind of like your thumb. You want the outside edge to be like the inside pad of your thumb, curve up nice and slowly, and then drop off quickly on the inside. And that's so your skin across the top here is going to be tight against the drum, against the wood. If there's any gapping in there, you're going to get some vibrating of that skin on the wood, and it'll give you a little buzz. So you really want to make sure that skin sits tight against the wood on the outside, and then that the inside drops off quickly, so there's not that place where the skin can vibrate against the wood. You don't want a sharp edge here. You need to make a nice curve, because you don't want that skin to get worn by the edge of the wood here. So what we're going to use on the inside, what I like to use is a nice hand rasp. I'll just go around and work this edge here until I get that to be a nice curve all the way around, pretty even all the way around, and just a sort of a sharp angle down, about like that, all the way around the drum. And then the outside edge, I'll work a combination of sometimes I'll do some with the router, or I'll use the belt sander and the random orbit sander, and just start to work to round over that edge. Let me show you the other side of the drum that I've already done some of that on. Let's set this down a second. Okay, there we go, we're back. So this is the side of the drum I've already done a lot of work on. And you can see it's a lot more rounded shape. There's not so much, you can't really see the difference in the staves. That edge there, it's got a pretty round contour to it. You can see the lip there. It's got a nice curvature to it. One thing that is good to do is you take a straight edge and lay it across, you can kind of tell how that skin is going to sit on that wood. And you can see here how that drops off. So that skin will be tight up against the wood there, so you're not going to get any vibration there. And then on the inside, I don't know if you can really tell, but it kind of drops off pretty steeply on the inside. But it's still kind of, it's rounded over, so it's not a sharp edge where that skin is going to rest on the wood. So that's kind of what you're looking for. I might end up bringing this edge, rounding it down even more, so it's more of that profile we talked about, looking at your thumb. That's a pretty good profile to think about trying to accomplish on your drum. So I'm going to stick you over here on the stand. I'm going to flip it over and do just a little bit of work with the rasp, show you how I do that, and we'll go from there. Hold on. So I really just want to work around this edge with the rasp. And just start to shape those edges, take the square, the flatness out of them, round them off so it's more of a straight curve, real nice curve all the way around, and taper that edge all the way around your drum. So you got a pretty steep angle with my rasp. Well, let me show you what I've done here to bring you over. I don't know how well you can tell that. You can see the, if I bring it back like that, you can see how that's more of a nice curve there. Now that I've cut some of that off, you can see where it was before. It was all the way out to here. But now that I've used the rasp on that, make a nice curve, a nice angle there. That's kind of what you're looking for. Okay, I'm just going to stop this for now and work some more on this barrel, and I'll videotape some more if I have an update. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit working on this rim, show you what I do. I'm going to start out with a belt sander, and I got about 50 grit belt on here, so it's really going to remove stuff quickly, so you got to be really careful paying attention to what you're going to be doing. And one thing I want to make sure that I do is I got that inside edge. I never want to go flat or down. I want to make sure if I'm always angling up and I bring this edge to meet that edge, I'll always have a slope. So I'm going to take off stuff quickly with the belt sander, and then I'll move to the random orbit sander to kind of do a finish work on it. You want to make sure when you're using a random orbit sander that you're always keeping it moving. If you sit still in one place, especially with this high grit, it's just going to take off way too much wood in that spot. So always keep it moving back and forth, paying attention to what you're doing, keep that angle. See if we can see what we're doing here. You can see that, bringing that edge over, rounding it off, getting there, do what we need. So a little bit of work I've been doing, haven't quite brought it up all the way to meet, there's that inside edge. So I'm gradually bringing this slope up, rolling it over until I meet where that inside edge is, and then I'll know I'm done. now I'm going to switch to the random orbit sander to kind of finish this edge off. You get a lot more control with the random orbit sander than you do with the belt sander. And again, you want to keep in mind where that angle is, that you're always sanding at an angle. You don't want to go flat. You want to keep that angle. If you keep that angle, you'll be fine. So here's the part I've been working on with starting with the belt sander and then the random orbit sander. You can see how that edge is coming. Looking pretty good there. Compared to where it hasn't been done yet. You can see big difference. And what you can look for is you can kind of tell where the edge is, and there's like, you can see that flat bit, like there's about a ½ inch there yet. That's what we're trying to bring up together. And with the random orbit sander, it gets pretty good and smooth. You can see here, it's got some more to go. You can see where it's still flat there. And this is pretty good. You can tell you can't really see that edge anymore. It's got a little bit more to go, but not much. Maybe a 1/16 of an inch, just to keep bringing that up a little bit. Like I said, when I'm all done, then I'll just take some sandpaper and just run over that, just to smooth that off, round that over a little bit, so there's not such a sharp edge where that comes up. And that's it.